What's happening, y'all? I'm getting right into it. I'm gonna go over the Netflix swing trade play for next week. I'm gonna go over some other plays too to give y'all some other options. And then if you stay to the end, I'm gonna look at some other information, some other data to kind of let us know which way the market is going, right? Or which way do we think the market is gonna go. So I'm gonna pull up Netflix. I'm gonna show y'all why I like Netflix so much for this week, man. Netflix is looking really good. As y'all know, they tried to make a cash offer for Warner Brothers. They spending big money on Warner Brothers. All right. First things first, as y'all can see on the MACD histogram down here, the bars are green. That means we have green momentum on the hour time frame. That's the first reason. Second reason, we above the 9-day moving average, which is this beige oranges line down there. That's swooping up and we're above it. We also, if you look all the way to the right, you got that flagpole. This is what a bull flag. So let me pull up the actual bull flag for y'all so y'all can see what I mean when I talk about flag. So these patterns, of course, are price. When you see price and news kind of matching each other, that's how you sort up the swing trade play like the one that I did last week for Google, right? But you got the bull flag. And if we go back to the chart, as y'all can see, price goes up, consolidates for a little bit. And if you go back to Netflix on the 1 hour time, it looked pretty similar. We got consolidation. As we looking at the chart now, I actually see another pattern, um, which is a reversal pattern. Um, Let me pull this up for y'all. Now that I see it, you know what I'm saying? Now that I see it, so let me go ahead and pull out what I see. If you look all the way over to the right, you got the red candle going down, the mini candle in the middle, and the larger green candle, right? So I'm gonna pull up what that looks like over here. Google knew exactly what I was talking about. So this is a reversal candle. It's a reversal pattern. It's three candles. You got a long red candle, a neutral candle. Most of the time red, sometimes could be green, and then a larger green candle that you want closing above the red candle, right? So if we go back, we can see that Netflix did do that and it closed above the red candle. I'm loving Netflix on the 1 hour time frame. If we zoom out a little bit more, if we pull up Netflix on the 4 hour time frame, let me pull it up. So we go to the 4 hour time frame. We got Netflix with a hammer candle. As y'all can see, we got a hammer candle going above the 9-day moving average. And the MACD indicator look like it's about to be red, probably the next day or so. I mean green. This one down here, it kind of lets you know the direction of the momentum. You know what I'm saying? So the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame look pretty good on Netflix, right? And if I haven't mentioned before, y'all know Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers, and that's going to help out a lot. All right. So if we look on the daily time frame, we have a bullish engulfing, right? That's when you have a green candle that's significantly larger than the red candle next to it. As y'all can see, that's the case for this, right? Got this large candle all the way over to the right, and the MACD look like it's about to swoop up to green. So many positives on Netflix and why I think Netflix is going to explode. But last but not least, I think Netflix in the near future is planning on filling this gap, right? They're going to do a gap fill. So this area up in here, let me put emoji so y'all can see. But this area right up in here is a gap in price. And a lot of the times when a stock has a gap in price like this, it goes to fill the gap. I'm loving Netflix. It's my favorite swing trade play for this week. Let me go ahead and show y'all what AMD did last week because as y'all can see, let me show y'all what I did last week. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all did the same, being that I told y'all I was getting in. Now, I did not expect AMD to go as parabolic as it did. Like that thing literally exploded. But AMD, hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. AMD, as y'all can see, I got out too soon, y'all, to be honest. So I called AMD right up in here somewhere, and it literally just kept going the whole week off of, you know what I'm saying, that triple bottom pattern that I called last week. I got into play myself. I got into play myself, and I was up about 900. It started to retrace a little bit, and I was like, you know what? Let me get out. But if y'all could see that realized profit, $900 from that AMD play that I called out for y'all last week. I hope y'all can see that. But we made some money in that last week, $900. It could have been a lot more, to be honest, but I got out early, days early. All right, so that was my favorite play for the week. If you were looking for the best one, you could go ahead and log off. But I got some other potentials just in case that one fails, or if you didn't like that setup, I got some other really good ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those up now. So I like Lowe's, and the reason why I like Lowe's, to be honest, Lowe's is a play off of the snowstorm, right? I think Lowe's is a play off of the snowstorm. When there's bad weather, everybody are going to get flashlights, and they going to Lowe's and spending good money. But I also like the setup. Hold on. I like Lowe's setup now. I like Lowe's setup. So Lowe's, what time frame this is? Time frame is a daily time frame. So the MACD bars are green on Lowe's. It's kind of given, it's not really a bull flag, honestly, but it's above the 9-day moving average. Not as a good of a setup as Netflix. There we go again on the 4-hour time frame. Look like we kind of bull flaggy-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's not as clear as day as I would like it to be, but we also look like we got a bull flag on the 1-hour time frame, right? We got a bull flag on a 1-hour time frame, and the MACD look like it's about to turn up for green. So I like Netflix. I like Lowe's for this week. Another storm play. Let me pull up Chevron. So if we're going to play off for the storm, oil usually does good when there's bad bad stuff going on. On top of that, we do look like, if we look at the 1-hour time frame, let me pull it up. But if we look at the 1 hour, kind of giving me bull flag vibes, right? That's kind of bull flag to me. It would have to break that top in order to, you know what I'm saying, considered a true bull flag. But it's a bull flag on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily. I'm not in love with the fact that the MACD looks like it's about to cross down. I would this one with caution. I like Netflix and Lowe's a lot better. Let's look at Nvidia. I like Nvidia kind of off of just the fact that the stock market has been running without it. I got a feeling that this might be a good week for Nvidia. Mainly, I mean, there's no like pattern I really like, but we did move back above the 9-day moving average. So let me pull that up. Nvidia, we did move back above the 9-day moving average, and the MACD looks like it's about to cross up for green. I like Nvidia for a potential swing trade next week. I got two more. So we gonna go with HCI. Now this one is clearly oversold. I mean, big oversold. Right. So HCI, I really like this because we got a hammer candle, right? A hammer candle is a sign of reversal. That means throughout the day, the price has dropped significantly, but buyers pushed it back up. And that's what's creating this long wick. There was a major rejection, right? But I also like it because there is a hold on, let me see what the RSI looking like. I believe it's like extremely oversold. So I probably liked it because of that. Let me pull up the RSI and see. So the RSI shows you overbought or oversold levels. If it's oversold, come on, man. There we go. Dang. Need me a mouse on this thing. All right, so we got a little bit of a divergence. Higher lows on the stock price, lower lows on the indicator. But if I pull back up the RSI, let me move it over here so y'all can miss my head. So if y'all look, the RSI is extremely oversold. When you see a price way below this line down here like that, you want to pay attention to it because in the next day or the next coming days, it has the potential to explode. But how you want to manage this? You want to wait until this line down here crosses back above this this 30 mark right here. It needs to cross back above the 30 mark, the little dotted line down here, in order to be considered a nice swing trade. But I like the divergence. I like that it's literally at the bottom of the Bollinger Band and extremely oversold. I have looked at their financials, so I don't know what their pockets looking like, but I love this setup. All right. So I got one more. And then if you care, we could look at the market to see if we really expect the market to go up or down. But I like Abbott Labs because of the extreme oversold. I'm pretty sure that for some reason they might have reported earnings and the price significantly dropped, but we are extremely outside of the Bollinger Band down here and extremely oversold on a daily time frame. So if you take a look at Abbott Labs financials and they look pretty decent, I think that's not a bad swing trade. We're also extremely below the 9-day moving average. I feel like Abbott Lab will explode next week. So I'm gonna pull up the fear and greed index. We could look at that. I gave y'all the swing trade plays already. I'm gonna look at the overall market to see if it confirms. It looks like we're neutral. Not a lot of fear, not a lot of greed. So the fear and greed index is not giving us too much. Let's look at the news. Let me see what they talking about. Let's pull up Bloomberg. The news probably saying something about the storm, to be honest. All right, what Bloomberg talking about? Power outage. Yep. So the vibe and the emotion is gonna be this storm. So that's why I like Lowe's and Chevron because I like the setup in the chart, but it also matches the news. So being that there's fear in the news due to the weather, you could probably expect Lowe's and Chevron to explode, right? So the news is creating a little bit of fear in regards to the weather. Let's look at Forex Factory. Let's see if there's I did see something important coming up. I think this is Tuesday. But on Forex Factory, we got FOMC, the federal fund rate, Wednesday at 2 p.m. If you get in the trade on Monday or Tuesday, you probably don't want to be in the trade by 2 p.m. on Wednesday. When the Fed speaks, it's a lot of fluctuation, it's a lot of uncertainty. You could lose all your gains by holding your swing trade through this Fed fund rate, right? But last but not least, I'm gonna pull up the chart just so we could see what we expect the overall direction to be. All of these swing trades were going up, so I'm kind of bullish right now. I kind of feel like I expect the stock market to go up personally. But let's look at the total stock market and let's see what we see. All right, let me pull up the MACD indicator. one of the favorites. I don't know why it's taking so long, but let me go back and try to pull up this MACD indicator real quick. There we go. So the MACD indicator is showing bearish, but the bars are shrinking, and we just popped back up. We're above the 9-day moving average, and it looks like we might be going back up. We're still in a consolidation trend, so there's real no direction that the market is giving us or promising us, right? We could go up, we could go down. It looks like we went down a little bit, but we created a higher low. So overall bullish. I think the market is going to continue to go up. It does have the potential to go down, but if you expect it to go up, these swing trade plays that I gave y'all are excellent, and you could bank like I did last week if you get into one of those. I'm Mike, the Money Motivator, man. Y'all like and subscribe and get this money next week.